Hello everyone and welcome back to the Refresh Step where you recover yourself for the mindset. I'm your host for today, tomorrow, and the foreseeable future, Theodore Lu. Yeah. So, I probably should have recorded a little bit earlier when my voice is deep and probably way a little bit slightly more pleasant. But yeah, it is what it is. Here I am still recovering from a pretty bad sore throat. It's, well, for the most part, it's already fine now. It's just that, because I can't drink coffee, really hard to be having any sort of activity. That is probably why. I think like last episode I did say that I wanted to finish one last video before 2024 ends. So there are two factors. Of course, I got sick, but yeah. Also, I underestimated how dense my shift will be approaching the new year. So there's that. It's now the new year, sick, and yeah, this is basically the first day that I actually was well enough to do something like out of my bed for long enough time. And I do feel like dying right now. Well, not exactly dying, but more like, yeah, I really just wanted to go back to my bed and go to sleep just because I felt really sleepy and weak and oh yeah, I haven't took my medicine, damn it. I'll have to take them after this. So today is probably going to be a short episode just to kind of welcome the new year. So yeah, since this episode is going to be released most likely on January 6th or 7th, depending on how dense my schedule will be. Yeah, I would like to once again say Happy New Year to you guys. If you haven't listened to the previous episode, especially. Speaking of the previous episode, you might realize that there's something missing from today's intro, but that is fine. You know, sometimes in life, you do have a friend and then you have to go your own ways. Doesn't really mean that you guys are on bad terms or anything. Sometimes you just have to move on. So here I am. I'm going to be yapping for the next 20-30 minutes because that's what I do when I am alone. Yeah, basically, as usual, Ayumu is going to the world. To the profess actually. By the time you are listening to this, the world's already done. So hopefully this is not a spoiler. But at the very least, we got to bring the trophy back to EU, to Europe. So yeah, congratulations Alberto, if you are listening to this. This is personal congratulations to you. So yeah, that was a pretty tense final as well. Probably going to talk more when one day when Ayumu decided to, when we invite Ayumu as a guest. No, just kidding. I mean, like, we did wanted to kind of like joke a little bit that we have broken up, especially since next episode will be our 100th episode. Damn, I've been doing this with that guy for like how many years now? Well, we did have like 4 episodes every. We did have every 4 episodes every month. That's around 48 episodes every year. We have been doing this for 2 years now. Damn, we never really like make any marker of like when we started to refresh step and everything. Especially since the first few episodes, we weren't really sure on how many episodes to make. And we actually ended up making it like once a week. And we basically got really late on some episodes, but we tried to never miss an episode as much as we can. But I think like if I were to reflect a little bit, like if you guys listen to like the previous episodes, I think there were times where I kind of tell the story that before I and Ayumu met, there was like this kind of wall because I was working for some people who are like kind of at odds with the Bellspears English Wiki. And then as time goes, there's the World Clash especially, where I kind of have to talk to Ayumu. And then we kind of talk more. And then we just talk way too much. And then we actually became friends. And then now everybody is friends, which is the best outcome that can come out of that. So yeah, thank goodness that happened. But yeah, who would have thought that out of like we were like basically friends to forced to friends, kind of. That's probably why in this eyes I will probably be the jobber because like yeah now the enemy is in my party. Yay! Let's look at the status. Yep. Well, on a more positive note, I don't know if it's a positive note, but yeah. Anyway, Kaga, we still have no news for Set 7. We do have a news for the next upcoming event. We don't know what that entails. Hopefully, they will be announcing something there. Otherwise, yeah. I mean, like, kinda I always compare, like, in this day and age that, yep, something that is running is probably better. That's probably not wrong. But yeah, then again, this is a game, but also kind of like a toy product as well. Just because the service ends doesn't mean your cards can't be used anymore. So it is what it is. Regardless, Bellspears Saga has been fun. It has opened a lot of avenues for us. So whatever happened to it, I think like Ayumu have also said that we are pretty much content with whatever's going to happen. If it's going to continue, that's for the better. If it doesn't, it has given us so much, so it's not in our place to kind of like complain that let's stop. But I had messed up a lot, and that is pretty much not ideal, but it is what it is. We probably could have done better on our end as well. But yeah, definitely Panday's fault. Yep. Well, I mean, now that I am finally awake from my slumber, like what do we have for 2025? Because currently we are at 1418 subscribers. So thank you very much for everyone who has been subscribing to us throughout 2024. And of course, people who have been following us ever since we did this like 8 years ago. Well, 9 years ago actually. Yeah, I mean, things have been pretty, like, a lot of things were changing last year. Especially at the end of the year, I got a job. Gino pretty much wanted to take a break from drawing, so we don't really get to prepare anything special. Well, yeah, kinda would really like to work with Gino. That is also why it's going to be hard to find like other people will be like handling the illustrations. Just because I am so used to work with him already. Gosh. He's just such a fun guy to work with. Well, also because like usually you really have to be pretty detailed when you are like commissioning arts. And like with him, it's also like partly, yep, I'm going to do my thing. So you just specify like what you want. The rest I'm going to do my thing, so you don't need to worry about anything. Yep, do your thing. I believe in him, and as you can see, like most of the art that we have seen for the channel were really, really nice. So I am always satisfied with that. So this year will be our 10th year. Probably have to start thinking from now if I wanted to prepare anything special. That's like, actually, if you really want to, like, the 7th anniversary sleeves are still available, by the way. I think like I only made like 4 for sale, and then like probably several other packs for the staffs. I think the only one who have them is myself, Ayumu, Amamiya, Chris, and well, I think I gave Gino like a few pieces, but I'm not sure if he has a full pack. Basically, yeah, the internal members kind of thing. So if you wanted one of the remaining 3 packs, to make sure to buy them in Cardboard Collectibles. Yay. But yeah, I really feel like how harsh winter has been this year as well. I think like come winter, also because I work in service, so I met significantly more people. I needed to take significantly more public transport. So that's just more point of contact with people who might be not in their peak health, and I might not be at my peak health also because of the winter, the cold weather, and things happen. It's not anybody's fault. It's just coincidences happening in the right timing. Just like how I won my my seat as the Indonesian representative for the Vanguard Asia Championship in 2015. But yeah, my main focus personally for me, for myself, for my life is still to look for a job, especially in Central Europe. Kinda still think that being in Central Europe, preferably somewhere in Germany or the Netherlands, probably be the most ideal for now. I mean, like, if I wanted to go to Asia, I can just make like one big trip to everywhere, and everywhere is close there. It is arguably still a little bit closer to the US. And I still have my US visa, by the way, so actually, if I save enough, I could have gone to Profest just to go to the Profest, but I don't have the invite, so why I decided not to. Well, yeah, I mean, like, who would have thought I would be recruited as a judge on basically like 1 week before the tournament? I mean, like, I already have like my player accommodation and everything. So there's that. So that will be my personal target, get a job again. But like my current part-time job is, again, it's not like I didn't like it. I think like I've said this in my previous episode where I was alone. But yeah, I basically have to find a job that matches my degree so that I can get like a visa that can get me to stay a little bit longer in Germany. After that, for card games, well, we'll have to see. I still wanted to get into Grand Archive somehow, but the nationals for Germany is like in 3 months. I don't know if I'll be able to make a deck and also like gain enough point in that within that timing. Probably should discuss it with my friend who played Grand Archive, whether it's realistic or not. Otherwise, yeah, probably wiser just to stick my noses in Battle Spirits as usual. Just like we still haven't had any news for Battle Spirit Saga, so that's not really something that I can plan forward for. For Battle Spirit itself, and I wanted to still go to the BCF in March. Although the main obstacle for now, of course, money is a problem. But yeah, money is actually kind of a problem, kind of not a problem. I mean, like, my trip wouldn't be extravagant, but I think with my current savings, it should be within reason. The main problem is of course my visa. Because if I wanted to go there, mostly just to reconnect myself with my Battle Spirit side, right? Basically meeting the players there, meeting my friends who were there to be representative of their nation. My friends who are like in the distributor for Southeast Asia, the people from World of Cards, and just the Japanese players that I've been only speaking to on Twitter. Hopefully, I can finally meet them in person, for better or for worse. So that's something that I really wanted to do. But if I can't go back to Germany afterwards, then that will all be in vain. So that would not be fun. So let's make sure that I can go back to Germany after that. As for YouTube, yeah, I probably should be interesting more stuff to Tora. Of course, filming and everything will be tougher now that because I work in shifts. So it will always be a challenge because my usual partners will be either Wilson or Toki. And they are only available on certain days, and I might not be available on those certain days. With Amamiya, it's also going to be tough since it's going to be available mostly at night. I will probably be that at night. I mean, like I'll probably be home at around 11 or 12. And I'll just go straight to sleep. I don't, let alone like touching my cards. I don't even wanted to touch my phone. I just wanted to touch the bed and go to sleep and then see what happens the next day. But it's probably just because I'm getting old. I guess I needed to ask Ayumu a little bit more, probably. Yeah, probably. And then after that, we just throw everything to Tora and let him do his magic. Yeah, in the end, like, he did grow a lot as well in his editing, so I think I can trust him a little bit more. I should trust him a little bit more. I mean, like, he didn't do this like last yesterday. He has been editing for us like for 2 years now. So yeah, definitely has the capability. It's just sometimes I wasn't sure whether some things will be. Yeah, sometimes I'm just worried that if it's going to cut too little or too much. But yeah, I guess that's also the thing, right? Like sometimes you record something, you think something is like, yeah, this shouldn't be here. I'll just cut it out. And then like maybe someone else was like, no, this is like actually the good thing. So let's keep it in. And it's actually probably better. So yeah, having that second opinion in the editor is probably going to be helpful. Now I'm just rambling, but yeah, basically I don't have a concrete plan yet, especially since speaking of targets, now that I've passed like 1,000, it's really hard to like envision like which is the next step, especially since I'm doing YouTube mainly now as a hobby. Because I mean, like, I do have friends who like do YouTube, well, not for the money, but like they did end up doing it for their living. Of course, money is not their main solution, but they have this opportunity to turn it into their profession, and they did. And they did really well in that, so I am proud of him. One day I hope that when I go back and ask him for a coffee, he will still see me as a friend, hopefully. But yeah. Now, my goodness. I think there is that one time where I felt like I came to their stream just to be able to talk to them. I felt like I was being parasocial to my own friend. That was, that feels weird, but I guess it's my life now. But yeah, personally, I just can't envision myself doing content full time for now. especially now that I am still basing myself in Germany. Like making especially like at the administrative stuff looks like it's going to be a logistical nightmare, but we'll see. I mean, like at the very least, if we can unlock the monetization, kind of my vision is just to kind of have the channel basically sustain itself. Hopefully, basically everything that I spend for the channel, buying the cards and everything, it's going to be paid. Or whatever is coming from the channel. Nothing less, nothing more. Yeah. Would be nice if it comes to that point, but I will not be like chasing it like crazy or anything. My main goal is still, first and foremost, is to basically allow players, especially from Indonesia, if they wanted to look back into their glory days, yep, the video is going to be there. It's going to be there for a while. As long as YouTube didn't take it down. Yeah. Because I think like the sappy part about like why do I make this channel is mostly because I did have my match like recorded for the Vanguard Asia Championship 2015. But that was kind of like, they kind of like used the footage as kind of part of the coverage, the whole coverage. So it was not like the whole match. So if the video is still available, maybe I can still see like, oh yeah, this is the part where it gets good and everything. But there was like the smaller moments where I feel like, yep, if I can remember this, if I can rewatch this, it's going to be nice. It's just going to be nice. It's not going to be like super nice. It's just going to be nice enough. Especially since that one particular match in the final, I mulligan and I didn't get any grade 2 and I didn't get any grade 1, and I think like I even kept like a grade 3 on my hand. So it's like my friend who watches from the back, he was like, why is this guy doing this? Why is he didn't have any grade 1 and he basically like kept a grade 3, so like why is he doing this? And then I drew my new hand and it's basically all grade 2 and grade 0. And then my top deck, no joke, is the Aqua Force Vanilla Tier 9 Theo, which to me it was really special. I put only one copy in my deck just to be funny, just because that card shares the same name with myself. So yeah, and it actually became my first right in the match, and I eventually won, which is nice. Also, my opponent break. I don't think I prepared too much against Great Nature, so that was a close call. I think like probably in a way, because like that tournament was held in extreme format where you can basically use cards from all over Vanguard. I think people don't really expect that they will be facing that much heck vanilla deck, because there are some quote unquote better choices, like the perfect riser with Cat Butler, and then there is basically the Shadow Paladin, but with the right and everything. Well, Aqua Force is arguably still really good, so I think like I do face like another Aqua Force in the last Swiss round, and I did have to I have to let the damage through on 4 damage. That was really scary. Thank goodness he didn't reveal any critical. I was able to survive the whole assault, and I advanced to the top 8. And I defeated everyone who uses the mixed deck. And then in the end, my opponent in the final also used a pure Great Nature deck, which we really didn't expect. Nobody in my play group, I think, made any Great Nature deck at that moment. I think Jerry probably made that. Don't know if it's working yet. I think like at that point we were still like, yeah, it's still kind of jank. Maybe let's choose something else. and we chose something else. And yeah, I think even Great Nature at that point still kind of like relies more on the Legion instead of the Stride. Yeah, that was a pretty interesting situation developing over there. But in the end, I won, and that's all that matters. Yay! Well, but yeah, I guess if I can relive that moment, also like the thing is like with the thing being on other people's YouTube channel is they can be taken down if the owner just decided not to, because like I do have like this one interview that I probably should have downloaded back then, with kind of like a local newspaper back in my hometown. I did got interviewed because basically one of my friend's shop got featured, and then I was like going there anyway, and then he invited me because I just won. Well, I didn't won, but I got third place in the Asia Championship. So like, why not come over and like tell them like what is the experience of like, how to say? Oh, how do you say that again? Yeah, now that there's no Ayumu, I don't have anyone to confirm this. But yeah, how does it feel to represent Indonesia in the world stage, basically? That's like, it's called Asia Championship, but let's face it, that's all the countries that are where the Japanese Vanguard has been distributed anyway, so it's as good as the world's copium. But yeah, the point is that newspaper was kind of like more of a local newspaper. They have like a YouTube channel, and then I thought for a while that that would be shown on TV. I don't think they did. It was shown on YouTube and it didn't get that much view, so I think understandably it was unlisted after a while, and I think it's already taken down. So even if you have the link, I don't think you can watch it anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, so my one and only interview on TV is going to be buried in the void of internet forever. Well, maybe if I go on Wayback Machine, maybe we can access that, but we will see. But yeah, I guess it's going to be nice if we can get a new milestone this year. Probably 2,000 subscribers. But I think it's more important for us to be able to grab your attention and have each episode more meaningful, I guess, rather than like hoping that the subscriber count increases. I think, yeah, 1,000, 2,000. It is a number that we'll still appreciate, but still more importantly, our individual view count on each video is still a little bit lacking. So I think rather than trying to make the subscriber count looks big, which I will still appreciate if you guys will subscribe, but yeah, I think like it's more important for us to do better, so that you will watch more and share more. And yeah, basically whenever you watch the refresh step, just share to two other people and do ask them to share it to two more people. And as you can probably notice, I think I've been reaching the limit of my trying to hold my cough in. So yeah, I guess that's basically me yapping and sharing my personal goals for 2023. I think like usually I will just make like a 5-minute video where I will be just yapping. Yeah, this is what I want to do. We wanted to reach 1,000 subscribers. This is what we are going to do. Blah blah. Although yeah, if now that my schedule is somewhat stabilized, I think maybe in the future it will not be unrealistic to kind of like try to bring back like the bigger events like World Clash. Hopefully, totally copium. But still, I think it's a much more realistic copium to start to some extent this year. So yeah, yes, that's the limit of my throat before it goes broken again. And yeah, just to be clear, we didn't really part ways with Ayumu. He is away for the profess, so next episode he will be back. Not as a guest. Yes, your other host. We don't really call him a host as well, but he is your other host. So yeah, if you have any questions, comments, requests, a special since we just entered 2025, do always feel free to drop them in the comments below or to our email at therefreshsteppodcast@gmail.com. So yeah, now I guess I will go to my bed and cough until I fall asleep. Or I mean, that has been everything that I can share for this week. We hope that you guys have a nice week going forward, and we'll see you all in the next turn. Bye bye.